Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paytech Show, where we delve into the world of in-store payments and explore how they're revolutionizing the high street. Today we'll be discussing how the integration of Paytech in-store is saving the high street and boosting local businesses. We'll also be taking a closer look at how independent software vendors, or ISVs, can navigate their payment partner relationships to ensure they're getting the most out of their own Paytech solutions. As more customers adopt digital payment methods, the traditional high street is changing. However, instead of becoming obsolete, innovative retailers are adapting and leveraging the latest Paytech solutions to remain competitive. Now, our expert panel will explore these changes and how in-store payments are now vital to the success of high street businesses because they can compete with online retail and sometimes do better. But Paytech isn't just about providing customers with a convenient payment experience. It's also about streamlining operations and reducing costs for the businesses themselves. From contactless payments to mobile wallets and loyalty schemes, we'll discuss how Paytech is enhancing the in-store experience for both customers, but more importantly, actually, the businesses. For ISVs, partnering with the right payment provider is crucial to success. Our panel will provide insights into how to navigate these relationships and ensure a smooth and profitable collaboration. From negotiating fees to optimizing integration, we'll cover everything you need to know about maximizing the potential of your Paytech solutions. So join us as we explore the world of in-store payments and discover how Paytech is transforming the high street and empowering businesses of all sizes. This is the Paytech Show, and we're excited to take you on this journey.
My name is Martin Herlinghaus. I'm with Aevi, and my job role is Director of Corporate Development.
Absolutely amazing. And for our viewers as well who might not have heard of Aevi, could you detail us a bit more about Aevi too?
Sure. Aevi is really digitizing the last mile of payment, and what this really means is that we are delivering digital flexibility to the world of in-person commerce, so everything around terminals. And this kind of really brings this new flexibility into this very traditional environment, and that's exciting.
Yeah, it's one area, it's a vertical of finance that maybe 15, 20 years ago would have been quite a slow moving part, but now it's on the forefront of innovation. And to set the scene, what are the drivers of innovation in payments in 2023?
All right. Actually, it's you can really see now how in-person commerce is catching up.
Yeah.
And when people look at the world of commerce, everybody first of all has a look at e-commerce and let's say how exciting e-commerce is. But then if you then really look at the more traditional, maybe boring side of the business, in-person commerce, it's still 80% of all retail transactions go there, and this is really where there's so much to innovate and to do. To come to your question, what we are seeing, and especially let's say from our point of view, is that payments and also the checkout process really becomes far more personal, customer-centric, and overall embedded into the overall lifestyle journey of the customers. And what this really means is two things. First of all, the traditional point of sale really becomes much more mobile and much more interactive, so really a mobile point of interaction. And on the other hand, the role of payments is getting redefined from just transaction cost and treating it as just, let's say, a necessary evil to really see the value in payment and payments data to understand merchants and also understand the customer better. And this is really, really exciting because this now brings in new players into this environment, which is, for example, let's say, the whole wallet experience. Let's say providers building wallets for in order to engage better with their customers.
Yeah.
On the other side, you have, let's say, these ISVs, these business providers that build solutions for an aggregate business, let's say, for all these small businesses. And all these, let's say, really now redefine payments to understand their customers better and sell them more and do more. And this is very, very exciting for us.
So Till, we launched in 2019. And since then, we've been fortunate enough to onboard loads of different customers of different sizes, shapes, all across the UK. And we've expanded our payments offering to cope with that and make sure we continue to support them in what I like to say is in their own terms.
Yeah.
So I think previously payment providers would say, this is how we have to offer, go forth and do it. They sell and leave them behind. for us, we really like to take a step back and think, okay, what does our customer need from us, but also what do their customers need from them? And that's that intersection of payments, which plays a real pivotal role. So I'll give an example, right? Dentists, we've been pretty successful with, and one would think, all right, a dentist, they just need to take payments at the end of the appointment and carry on, right? What we've learned is that a lot of customers skip out on their dentist appointments, which leaves the dentist in the lurch. So we have other payment capabilities, which allows them to collect deposits at the point of the appointment. So they get a little bit of an incentive to make those appointments actually happen, but also comfort knowing that in the event it doesn't, they're not totally left out to dry.
So let's drill down into that and kind of set the scene. What are some of the biggest pain points that small, medium enterprises that may operate in the high street, in the physical world, what are the pain points they get from either their payments or their banking?
Yeah, so a couple of pain points that we've observed with our customer base that we're trying to solve for. Let's take customers on a high street.
Yeah.
I think processing the payment in a way that is quick and easy for both them and their customers, something that we are really trying to help with. A lot of that is linked to connectivity, right? So if a customer, maybe it's a pub and they have a back garden and they previously weren't able to bring their payment device that far out, and now they need to, especially during the pandemic when people were being served outside, but even now, hopefully soon spring will come and we'll be wanting to have drinks outside again, but they couldn't do it because either the Wi-Fi didn't cover it or it was a countertop device only. At Till, we have a range of payment devices that help them with that. So we have devices that connect to 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi, and can change between all three of them at any given moment, giving customers extra security when they're trying to process payments.
So digitizing last mile of payments is all about kind of really bringing digital flexibility to the last mile of payments. And that sounds easy, but if you really have a look at the tradition of in-store payments, the whole payments flow has been designed, or the checkout flow has been designed in the last millennium. It's dated 1950s when the first credit cards were evolved.
Yeah.
So now you have, let's say, a world where the channels are blurring, where you don't have, let's say, e-commerce and in-store payments any longer. It's all about holistic commerce. And this kind of requires now a different level of flexibility that you as a merchant, be it online or be it in-store merchants, have to present to your customers. And while this is all easy on the e-com side, where you have, let's say, a lot of APIs, where you have a plethora of, let's say, payment methods, it's extremely hard on the in-person payment side because the process is so old, and the process has been designed in an analog way, which means you go to your point of sale, you check out, wham, bam, and you go. And that's all about this one. Nowadays, it's about much more interactive, identifying the customer about kind of across channels. And this is really, let's say, where you have a problem with in-person commerce, because really it's not designed in order to share data and kind of to reveal more of the customer. And this is kind of where we come in, as we want to kind of really make in-person payments more open and more programmable.
For us, payment orchestration means building out a payments infrastructure which brings competitive functionalities to smaller enterprises. We view payment orchestration as an efficient, streamlined payment system that increases revenue and security while providing more convenience to the end customer. myPOS does just that. It strives to optimise the customer experience, increase conversions, ensure regulatory compliance, and enable cross-border and multi-channel commerce, and account for differences and prevent fraud. And while small to mid-sized businesses may not have been able to secure all of this in the past, this is now affordable and easily accessible with a partner like myPOS. One thing is clear, small businesses cannot afford to sit idle. SMEs need to explore the opportunities of financial technology and address the shift in customer expectations. In a digital-first world, consumers expect to get what they want when they want it, whether it's in-store or online. Consequently, high street retailers must capitalise on this, ensure that consumers have an easy, fast and secure ways of purchasing, and thus create a memorable customer experience.
ISVs were the first to understand the power of payments data and data to kind of really deliver service towards SMEs. They were there, let's say, to also save the day when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So for them, and it's an evolutionary journey for them. First of all, they start as a business partner, enabling a certain piece of software. Now they can venture more into the overall payment space, kind of really monetize their overall payments journey. And this could be, for example, initially, let's say that they interact with an integrated payments provider, then at some point, like with a Stripe or another PayFac, and ultimately at some point they can also become, let's say, their own acquirer. It's all possible now. And all of this, let's say, allows them to gain more control, to also gain more responsibility and grow into this environment. But previously, let's say, for each step in this value chain, they had to change, let's say, the terminal that was, let's say, with the SMB.
Yeah.
And this is a kind of a big hurdle for them, let's say, kind of to grow without interrupting the merchant's business. Now, and this is kind of where kind of, let's say, can benefit, especially from us, is we can help them kind of removing this problem for them. They can be in control of their own destiny. This is where payments orchestration comes in, and grow into this journey. And they can only not grow, let's say, in their speed, in their different markets, but they can also grow internationally because we make this available. And that's especially interesting, let's say, if we have a look at Europe, which is such a fragmented market, where it's hard for an ISV provider kind of to satisfy the needs, not only, let's say, from a local perspective and the local regulations, but harmonizing, let's say, also their payments integrations. And if you then want to add any specifics to the checkout flow, you're kind of mostly lost at the time being, but this is kind of where, let's say, then the digitization of the last mile of payments can ultimately benefit them.
Not offering integrated payments to your clients means losing sales and leaving money on the table. On the other hand, adding an integrated payment solution provides added value, not just for the ISV, but also for the merchant and the end user. Integrated payment solutions are beneficial for ISVs because they can increase security with PCI DSS compliance and use of tokenization. They can enhance the actual user experience. Customers can check out faster and on one page, and generally add additional revenue by adding functionality around payments. We can also become more competitive in the marketplace overall. When you offer integrated payment solutions with your technical products, you can help reduce challenges for your clients. For instance, payment fraud or time wasting visiting the bank. You can even help stabilise their cash flow. So in general, by adding payment solutions to your lineup, you create products that increase the client's selling power. AutoCab, one of the leading providers of booking and dispatch software for taxi and private hire companies, we are integrated with Driver Companion application, which is running on our Android-based devices. In addition to offering in-app payments, enabling cardholders to store their card details within the AutoCab mobile application, making each future payment absolutely effortless.